Real-Time Television is an online television channel broadcast that is based in Kisumu County with its main offices located in Ahero Town. It broadcasts mainly in English and Kiswahili and focuses on the social, economic, and political matters. Follow RTV New Kenya on our social media platforms to get more informed. Real-Time Television, the number one online television channel.
This is Real-Time Television, and our show today we are going to look at the dilemma facing the recent INFOTRACK statistic that saw NYANDO constituency being listed as one of the less performing constituencies. And on my show this day I have a guest. I'll start with the gentleman on the farthest end, coming all the way to the lady.
My name is Dan Gage, opinion leader and a NYANDO resident.
Thank you. My name is Dan Umundi, business consultant.
I'm Michael Sepp.
I am Kennedy Ogola.
Marcio Event.
And I am your host, Leonardo Deo. So, Mr. Dan Gage, just to get to you first, were you surprised?
I was not surprised. The reason I am still sticking to that is that I was not surprised because the opinion poll is a political based thing. And as what is going on, if you can listen to what other constituencies, other MPs are talking about, somebody, Angela Mbido, to be specific, and the research team, maybe they have their ideas and their intention and maybe how to do their things. Secondly, we don't know even the questionnaires that they used when they're doing this research. Thirdly, we don't know which area did they cover in NYANDO when also they're doing this research. And lastly, we don't know what was their target when we're doing this research. So to me, the opinion poll about the ranking of the performance of MP is null and void, is fake, and people should not listen to it.
So, Seth, please just highlight to me the key indicators why you think the development in schools should be felt and was not felt by this statistic.
You see, one thing that before that, let me correct something that my brother Ogola here said earlier. You cannot talk of development if you don't know development, and you cannot see development while you're always in the shop. You don't walk. You cannot know that somebody is doing project in the village, because from morning to around
At the moment I am at the shop.
protecting my brother.
Just a minute, let him
To
finish.
11 p.m., you are in your shop doing something. You don't know what is going. So let me continue.
Yeah.
Because they did not do any statistic. There is no statistic that was taken in NYANDO. Take it to the bank. Because you cannot be in Nairobi, you want to go to the parliament to ask MP to give you something so that you can be ranked in the top 10. And I told you earlier, our MP cannot do that. He is a Christian, and I know him very well. He's a person that I've worked with, and I can tell you for free. He is a man that cannot bribe anybody so that he can be ranked. You better take that number 180 something. I don't know which number. I did not concentrate on that number because I know it is something that is not there. So the development is there. If you go to the nearby school where I come from, this is Kuching Primary School, you will see that all the classes have been tiled. And we have not fenced the school because I asked the board chairman of that school, I asked them, why should we fence the school and there are jiggers in the house? So, Ohuta, or the former regime, let me not call somebody's name, but the former regime did nothing. But when OKELLO came in, he has done everything and the school is look good. It is like our school is a school in Europe or in England. So the development is there. Yes.
To you, the development is there. Mercy.
To me, I'll still stick that there is no development done. Even if we are saying, you know what Jared is doing is renovation, and Dan Gage had already told us this before. Outa built the the last regime the classes were built. What they're doing now, it's renovating the classes. Because it definitely, even if you built your house, you'll one day at a time feel like you should renovate your house. That's true. So there is no project in this term which has been started and completed apart from renovation. Wait, the only project our MP started, which he promised, was giving people maize in the funeral, which again it took, I don't know, 6 months and stopped. We don't know where the maize went to. We don't know which criteria he was using to divide the maize. The other project we came with, which did only one term and died, was digging for people. Sorry. Let me just tell you, the only project, another one which our MP started and then it stopped again, was digging for people. Actually, he promised to dig for people at 500, then later it came at 1,000, later it came again, there were no fingers to dig for people. You see, and that project died. What now? Just a minute. Let me just finish. I know that they're going to answer me. Yeah, I know they're going to answer me. What our MP is doing now is to renovate what has already been done. This is where you get a school being allocated money, and the school is already fenced, and they're allocating money to that school again to be refenced.
You already said that. Ken, don't you think renovating schools, to you think it's not development?
It is. And I always give credit where it's due. They are maintaining the schools. They are not building. Just like, in fact, there is something we call psychophancy. Just like bringing my shop into the show. If you are a psychophant, you are just like a kid. When I tell a kid that this is the route to go, hata kama umchape nini, this is the route. That is psychophancy, and this is a typical example, my brother here. But
Seth is a psychopath.
He's a psychopath.
He's insulting me.
Dan, why do you think the development should be filed and it was not filed in this statistic? Just give me some key highlights. What has been done?
That's why I started by saying that we don't know which kind of people are sampled to get this ranking. That is one. But I can tell you for clear indicators, some of the indicators that shows that our area MP is working. One, we have well-ventilated latrines. Well-ventilated latrines. If you move to
how much was allocated for those latrines?
He's listing 3.
I'm listing.
Please listen.
We have well-ventilated latrines in various schools. There is also youth empowerment. There is the vocational training for our youths, ladies at the CDF office there. If you have not worked there, please, I'm telling you for sure. We have, as my friend has said, we have tiled classrooms. I think if you move to various schools that our area MP has renovated and constructed, let me talk about constructed. Stone-walled classrooms, well-furnished laboratories. Is that on development, my friend? Are those ones development, if we talk about development?
Dan, please brief me about the tendering procedures.
Yeah, I'll brief you about the tendering. Let me just clarify one thing from Mercy. Let this show be as evidence-based, not rumors to please somebody. If you talk there's nothing going on, go to Nyakakana.
Who's been pleased?
Let me tell you, which human? Was our MP not issuing mail?
Enlighten us about the tendering procedure.
Yeah, so I'm coming to the tendering. Go to Nyakakana, you get a lab built. Go to Miguye, a school which is just opposite. I served in the last regime. So when I'm talking about the development, I know what happened in that office for the last 10 years. So it's something that I'm not coming by hearsay. I'm not here even to please any other person. Miguye opposite the former regime. Go there, you'll see what's happening. Go to Alendo Primary. That is Kuching, going to Kuching West. Move down, go to Nyamuari. that is still Kuching West. Come to Kuching East. Go to Okana. Get the Okana Road. Go to Witu, that is Kombora. You will get a school, a stone-built classroom at Kombora at Witu Primary. Go to Buanda. That is Buanda location. There's a classroom being built there. Go to Kanyagwal. You will get Kanyagwal location. There's that Kasangani. There's a classroom that has been built there. Come to Kakola.
It's fine.
Just listen. Yeah, you talk that the MP is doing only renovation, no building.
You cannot
go to Karanda Secondary School. You'll find a building there. Go to Bunde Secondary School. You'll find a building there. Go to Bunde Primary. You'll find a building there. Go to Okanja. A well-equipped lab. Go to Arogal.
Ayucha.
Go to Ayucha. Go to Konim. There's a new lab being built. Go to Nyalenda, Girls. Both lab and a dormitory being built there. Come to Kuhur Secondary. There isn't one. Being built a lab with the stone. So when we talk somebody is not building, or is just doing the renovation, let us talk with the facts. The MP is doing both renovation and renovation is voted in government. That is
okay.
Renovation and maintenance is voted. That is authorized from the Ministry of Finance. So it's not coming from nowhere. The MP has to follow. Tendering.
Thank you. Talk about tendering.
Tendering is being done by the pre-qualified authorities. We have the person in charge of public works. We have the person in charge of the district development. They call now they call sub-county things. So we have also the DC in that tendering. We have the county, sub-county auditor who is auditing this. Then we have the procurement team. So the thing that is being done, people are supposed to pre-qualify their companies with the relevant authority, without the Ministry of Public Works, station next to multipurpose. So they advertise for the Nyando constituency, interested parties, take your company's particulars, whatever is required. So somebody did not take the particulars to be pre-qualified. Then this person wants to walk in, say, I have the company, give me the job. It is not working anywhere. We have the procurement procedure. So I had somebody saying, it's being given to somebody knows what. You can have a youth company or a youth, but you don't have AGPO. You can have AGPO.
My company.
No, let's just listen. And you can have AGPO and AGPO expired. You can have a company and the tax compliance is expired. Or you, as an individual, you don't file the tax. So all of this, and you have a company and you are
Before I applied for that tendering.
He was not answering you. But let me tell you something, my brother. Let me tell you one thing.
In a minute.
The problem with my brother here is that he applied that thing that is how do we call them? The category of
what?
No. There's youth.
There's general term and there's women.
No. There are this category of people, those who are disabled. He applied that he's a disabled.
I applied.
Is he disabled?
Is not.
And then the disabled tenders. Let me talk.
I gave example now. Let me respond to that. I gave examples of these categories. I didn't say I applied with a disabled company. I applied with a youth company. I'm a youth, not disabled. I'm not disabled.
So thank you for clarifying the fact that you're not disabled. Can I just cut you short?
And I want to ask
let me continue.
I want to ask this.
Don't ask question. The question has already been posted. Let me
cut me short. It was my time. Then my brother.
No. I was responding. So let me tell you one thing with my brother here. What he's doing is heckling. Because once you have applied something, once that thing fails,
what are the criteria? Why was that company
because you don't have a certificate of construction authority. You cannot construct.
Ken, please tell me, are you satisfied with the current regime about youth empowerment?
Yes, there is.
You are a youth.
Yeah,
have you been empowered in this regime?
No, personally, I should not be empowered. But when some people are empowered, I give a credit.
So you agree?
No. Please let him finish.
I give a credit. Yes. Just empowerment like tailoring going on there, and I just give a credit.
And some youth are getting tenders.
I'm not a sycophant, by the way.
And some youth are getting tenders.
No, just let him finish. And my question for that tendering, why was that my company disqualified? That was the question.
I don't think they're in a position to answer that.
I can answer that.
Please, Miss Mercy, tell me about the current CDF chairman being a youth.
Yes, he is.
What about him?
Don't you think youth are empowered?
Yeah, youth are empowered if he's a youth.
If he's a youth.
Yeah.
He's a youth, I believe.
Yeah.
On your part, are you satisfied with the development in this regime?
The development, Maru umetoka kwa chairman, Can you ask your question to us?
My question is, I just wanted you to counter what Ken was saying, that he's a youth and he's not been a beneficiary. And I'm thinking about the CDF chairman. And now you answered me that you think...
You know, the case being a youth case is something that is suffering all this county. It's a national world fought, you see? Everywhere it's youth, left, right, youth, you see? And we can't get all accommodated in an office. We are so many youths in Nyando, you see. So if my brothers, 10, 20, being served in the office in a clear direction and not being used, you see, then it's okay. But matters pertaining youth, I myself, I can't talk about it because I might feel like I'm a youth, I'm not there, but there is another youth who is there, you see. So I should just be proud because my brother is there.
Yeah. That's a punchline. I think we're going for a short break. Let's breathe, guys. And that is real-time television. It's hot. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back from the break. It was hot, but I believe we are on track. Miss Mercy.
Yes.
Do you believe your MP is working well?
How will my MP work well while he's busy at Raila's home doing his kitchen works? How?
Strong allegations. Seth, respond.
Yes. I want to respond, but before that, let me correct something here. She asked something, the only lady that we have here, that the Honorable Member of Parliament of Nyando started by distributing some maize to the funeral or whatever.
Yeah.
How can he do that? Well, eating the funeral was stopped. There was corona. Immediately, the professor, the governor of Kisumu County, also stopped eating the funeral. Who has died that he has lacked the maize, and who is eating the funeral?
I'm sorry, let me just object.
We cannot do that while the county government has stopped eating the funeral. That one has never happened. Let me respond to the what you have asked. That is really Jared Okello working or what? Yes. Is that what you are?
Yes.
You ask?
Yes.
He is working. The development is failed in all corners of Nyando. As I tell you, there are almost 300 toilets that is being built by the CDF. If you go to Siankabonyo, if you go to Nyumuaro Primary School, if you go to everywhere, the development is being built. No, you want a full classroom, yet you don't have a toilet. We can start with what you have. We can start with what you have as we build the toilet. That is very key. There's no school that can be opened without a toilet. The education officer cannot allow you. So the development is failed everywhere.
So you want to tell us these schools were running without toilets?
Because there was flood.
Were the schools
operating without toilets?
Because the Minister of Education has just said, I'm responding to that. Please. The Minister of Education has just said that schools are going to be open.
No.
So there was flood in Kenya, in Nyando constituency.
Thank you.
There was no toilet. There is no toilet in Nyando constituency.
We focused on education and road.
Yes.
Tell me about health.
Health.
Yes.
No, health is devolved, and that one something that Jared Okello cannot say. Yeah. It is a county government function. Yeah. So that one I don't know very well unless you invite somebody from county government to discuss that.
Sawa. Ken, you wanted to say something about youth empowerment. You are a youth. Are you satisfied with you being a youth in this regime?
Youths are being let me say, partly I'm satisfied, partly I'm not. Youths are empowered. To speak on that, I don't say that because I'm not a beneficiary or something, but when I said earlier, where there is a credit, I give credit where it's due. There's some empowerment of youths, but in this world or in a normal life, there are priorities. Getting? That is why, and I said that the number we belong, the number we are at, that 189 whatever, we deserve to be there, because at the moment I work somewhere in Ubunja where Wandai is there, and Wandai comparing development, when I compare always I compare that constituency is developed more than Nyando.
First of all, Mercy talked about MPs not working, being in Raila's house. He's only a trusted friend that can access your kitchen. Even if you don't trust your girlfriend, cannot even touch glass in your house. The cordial relationship between Jared and Raila cannot compared with anything in Nyando. And a good leader has to devolve the functions. He's not the leader must be present so things can work. So Jared is somebody who believes that the people in his team can deliver, so that he gave them the mandate. These people are government gazetted, these people are government employed, like the CDF fund manager, the DC who are in the team, we have the DO. So he believes that these people can deliver. So
that is why shoddy works are being done without him supervising or even following, because he's busy at Raila's home.
We elected a leader.
Let me come in.
That is what we did in Nyando.
Mr. Modera, talk of
he's helping.
Let us not talk of ESA. I asked my sister Mercy and Ken, let us not talk of ESA.
No. I'm a resident of Nyando, remember that.
Just listen.
And Jared
why do you ask us?
Can you respond to that?
Let me respond. I told these people that the shoddy work cannot be done under the watch of the public works officer, which is government employee. He has the powers to reject. And McHugh, before any payment of project being done in Nyando, there must be a signature. The person who is supposed to raise certificate of payment and completion. That is a government employee who is an engineer, who has the BQ and has to quantify that each and every coin mentioned in the project is being done. So they showed the work of other thing. Jared has no any role in oversight, seeing and supervision. It's being done by the public works.
Done.
Yes.
Please enlighten me on what the current MP, Honorable Jared OKELLO, is doing with the environment and the sports kitty.
Actually, the Honorable Jared OKELLO, the sports kitty is well distributed to the various teams within the constituency. That is what I can say. He's doing it well. That is part of empowerment.
Do you have names of these teams?
Yeah, there is the Aero Rangers there. We have Aero Rangers.
What did he do to Aero Rangers?
Sportswear. Giving sportswear. We have boots, balls. Have you done that?
And my brother, let me help you. Yeah. And by them introducing the tournament, the CDF tournament, that was done, and the finals were played in Lela. I think that was the thing that awakened each and every school now.
Now, let me ask you this. You brought the topic. I want to ask you a question.
You can't ask a question when I'm responding.
On that tournament.
No, just a minute.
How will I respond to two questions?
Let me cut you short. Dan, if you're responding, I mean Ken, if you're responding, please. You sound dissatisfied with the provision of or the usage of the sports kitty and the environment.
I don't live a lie. I don't
enlighten us.
At the tournament of Lela you were talking of, how much was to be given to the winner?
First of all, I want to bring your attention, Ken.
No, I'm asking you that.
I'm answering your question.
Do you have the figure?
Yeah, let me just answer the question. Do you know the allocation from the national government to the constituency for sports and environment?
You can't answer question with the question.
That's the bringing point. Because people are bringing allegation. They think that government.
If it's not allegation,
let me answer you, my brother.
Answer me. Don't ask me a question.
They think that government is bringing millions of shillings for the sports and environment. The sports is being given 2 million. In an environment. So
the question was very easy.
Clear to the tournament of Lela.
Awarding the winner is not important than nurturing the talent.
Then why was it? Why was it organized?
Listen to me, my brother. Let me just.
Why was it organized?
The winners were not awarded.
Why was it organized?
The winner was not awarded. The winners were not awarded.
Let me tell you.
The question is clear. The winners were not awarded.
You can't direct me how to answer the question. Allow me to answer the question. So then the theme of the tournament was to nurture and identify the talent. Awarding the winner was not a priority. But
this is a motivation skill. How will you motivate
listen,
these boys?
just Mercy give me time. The award was good. The teams participated were awarded with a football, a ball, and other teams were awarded with the playing kits.
I think my question was
did any team complain that we participated in the tournament and we were not awarded?
Can please respond?
I think my question was too clear and cannot be answered directly the way I asked it.
Tournament. You said that winners were not awarded.
Yeah, you know, when there's a location for sports, you can't tell us at the end of the day, after these guys have played to their final, you want to give them a ball and a t-shirt as a reward. Yet there was money promised for the winners when these guys were registering their teams to go and play. Where did the money you guys promised to give these winners went to?
Can you have anything to say about that?
I'm still not answered. So I can't talk before I'm answered.
Dan is supposed to answer you.
Yeah.
And respond.
So can the teams were awarded? And in the sport world, there are some things that they value than what you talk of money. You give them the money, don't give them the ball, they're not a team.
But you guys said that there's money which was supposed to be given.
Can I answer the question? The first team was awarded.
How much?
Do you know the team which even won the tournament?
How much was the winner awarded?
Do you know the team which won the tournament?
We know the team. Now, how much was the team awarded? What's the name of that team?
If you know the team.
What?
And the UHFC were given 20,000 Kenya shillings.
By who?
And what was viral about it?
Viral? Viral can be because people come with hearsay. Let me tell you, the team.
You want them to come to you to complain?
No.
They did. They complained.
Mercy, just listen. The team participated in the tournament, benefited a lot. And as we talk today, a lot of teams from Nyando are playing county leagues. And we have teams even playing sub-county leagues. And we have teams even playing regional leagues, which if this tournament was not initiated, today Aero, which is playing a county league, which is supposed even to be promoted to the regional, Ayucha, Kasona, the Ombaka, which is even now registered to play the sub-county league. These people never had the idea that we can also play football. Do you know that thing even gone that we now have trained referees from Nyando because of the same tournament? Do you know the same tournament now even born the training of the coaches, which we never had in Nyando? Do you know we have people in Nyando who are now even officiating Division 2? So the tournament was not just about to go play and award the winner, but it was about to identify that we have something potential in Nyando. Nyando has been producing just individuals. The Marcelos who are now playing in Sweden and other people, but we lacked other things. We'll soon have people in the World Cup, have somebody from Aero as a lineman in officiating even a World Cup.
Thank you.
The tournament was not about just awarding the winner, but it was about nurturing the
Let me cut this short. Hey, Seth, there is a question online from a viewer who is claiming that tenders are being awarded to cronies, like close allies to their incumbents.
That is the truth.
That's the truth.
It's a question directed to Seth. What can you say about this?
That one is a propaganda, because anybody can apply the tender. The fact that you apply the tender and you have not been given is not. That's not the meaning of that. That the tender is awarded to the close allies of the Mheshimiwa. That one is a propaganda, and I want you to treat it as a lie. There's nothing like that. Every contractors working there are never campaigned for Jared, and they are not allies of Jared OKELLO.
No, that's...
Mercy, you wish to object?
I wish to object.
If you have the
Even
evidence,
Michael Sepp was recently making noise in social media that he's not been given something, and the people... Actually, even these contractors...
It was promised
to be given something.
But see, I was a close ally of Jared
But he was
OKELlo,
not
and I was
given.
making noise.
So you see, he was crying.
That is why now he's silent. He was promised
the person who was not
village
given,
admin. I never
the
applied to
person
village
who was
admin.
given
So you think...
was not...
I've got even your voice records when you used to call me.
So Ken, do you think Sepp was silenced with tenders?
You know,
Not tenders. He was promised
He was
something.
promised
That is why
something.
now he's
you see,
silent.
I want
Now
to tell you,
he's
my brother.
He's silent. He's now not
Let me say
saying
something. Let
negative
me say
things.
something. Let me say something. Because he's mentioning my name here. One, I was making noise. I'm a close ally of Jared Okello.
Why were you making noise?
Why were you making noise? Because you
Why
are
were you
not
making
eating
noise?
by
Because I
then.
wanted some
Because
people-
now you
I
are
wanted-
eating,
No.
you don't want to talk about this.
I have never been given something.
And
I have
then,
never been given
Let me tell you.
Leo,
Dan,
no,
what
no,
can
no,
you say
no.
about
You
this?
asked me a question. I'm answering.
You are giving
No.
massive
You
friend,
asked me a question and
Okay, take it easy.
you asked me a question and I'm
Take
answering.
it easy. Can just Mercy respond?
No.
You can't respond.
I will answer a question.
In a minute.
Then come back to my time.
Mercy, respond, please.
I'm responding.
Yes, please.
The tenders which are given from Nyando sub-county office are being given to a close ally to Jared Okello. Just to go to the ground.
Loyalists.
Those people who are doing those tenders, the supervisors, everything, that those people who are very close to Jared Okello. May I mercy myself, even if I have documents and I have the money to deal with that thing, I'm telling you, Leo, you cannot get tender in Jared Okello.
Dan, respond.
My friend, let me just tell my sister and my brother, Ken,
Tell us, all of us. Not
I want to say it clearly. With the tender
Why to-
award, there is what you call proper procedure. The proper procedure meant for it is being followed by the area MP. There is the committee sitting down for every member who is qualified.
Do you know somebody
And
who's
I want to
maintaining the
tell-
road from Baka? You know him?
No,
Just
don't
a minute.
disturb. Just
Please,
They should be
in a minute.
working
I'm
just
saying-
on Baka
in a minute.
Aero
Yeah,
Road.
I'm
let
saying,
him
I'm saying,
respond.
I'm saying,
If he's not,
Ken, please.
my friend,
Let
I'm
them-
Can we
saying,
give him his airtime,
I'm
please?
saying-
He was silent when you're talking.
it's okay.
whatever you are saying, those are lies, totally lies. Those are propaganda of the highest order. We cannot listen to such kind of things because the close allies are not the one being awarded.
Now that you've
tender.
responded
Yeah.
to that, it brings a question.
Yeah.
Please, Dan, explain to me the tendering procedure.
The tendering procedure, first of all, somebody has to pre-qualify the company. That's a rule. You can go to the Procurement Act, and even now the government has come with even e-procurement, that your documents has to be online. That's why somebody was bringing even some initiation, though I don't want to bring it to the show, that maybe I know the company doing this and that. Now, if any company is doing a contract, you just have it's in your fingertips. Google your phone, enter the name of that company. It will give you the details of everybody. So the process of tendering is, first you have to pre-qualify the company, and the company must have the certificate of corporation. The company must have a PIN number. The company must have good conduct, tax compliance. The company must have, if it's going to deal with construction, must have NCA. But NCA will depend with the class of the NCA. And thirdly, the thing that other people are forgetting, the directors must be always, their tax compliance is up to date. But to get most of us, we don't even file our tax. And when all this thing and the verification is being done, every money of the government KRA must have a cut. So first of all, they will consider, if you are point A, you applied for this tender, you are the directors. Is director A or B are paying the tax? If these directors are defaulter, that is automatic disqualification, because they say you don't pay your tax. How will the government trust you with the money? After that, the people have to bid for the tender. You're supposed to bid for the tender. After bidding for the tender, you have to put your quotation. Yes. The quotation will depend, and always the government policy, they're supposed to go back to the lowest bidder. And the lowest bidder, after they have verified all your documents, they have to see your BQ, what you have bidded for. So from there is going to be that verification team. They verify your document, they go to your quotation. So the person who bidded lowest will be, as per what is the engineer approximation, that person will qualify for the tender. Yes. But you know, our people, we are just talking of hearsays, but no one does want to follow the required procedure. And if somebody talks about the tenders that the Mheshimiwa is giving, this or that, we have EACC.
we have the procurement, we have government bodies. Do you want to tell me a sub-county commission who is representing the government of Kenya can
EACC will come for you guys soon.
Just listen to me. Sub-county commissioner can sit and see that something that is being done against the law, that is so that will keep the author to that. So allegations can be there because people are serving.
Thank you for responding to that. Actually, I just wanted the tendering procedure. Now, recently Nyando was affected by floods.
Yes.
Ken and Mercy, were you satisfied with the response?
Which response?
From the MP's team?
The MP's team, you know, actually, let me tell you with how our MP works. Our MP himself, since he got his certificate and he became an MP, that's how he got lost. He's never felt on the ground. He's only felt on the ground when there is a project being opened somewhere, or when Raila is coming to Kisumu, or when Raila is in Nairobi, is when you will see him hanging on Raila's car.
So you are not satisfied.
I'm not satisfied. I'm coming back to your question. I was not satisfied because we only saw our MP when, who is this guy? The national flag came when he came to Eugene Wamalwa, when he came to distribute food.
Let me respond.
That is when we only saw our MP, and after he came and gave the food in the ground, and that's how we went back.
Thank you, Ken.
Mr. Moderator, you need not to allow somebody to lie to the people, because this thing is going to be live. No, before somebody
just a minute.
Allow somebody to
lie. It's a freedom of speech. It's a freedom of speech.
I know they are treat it as a lie.
We treat it as a lie because it is a fact.
That is a fact. That is what she did. She only came. Jared OKELLO only came on the ground. When Eugene Wamalwa was coming to give food at this.
I want to respond. You don't even the person there. I want to respond. I'm so bringing. You are not fair. I want to respond.
Please.
Let me respond.
And for the record,
yes.
I'm fair.
Okay. Yeah. Let me respond. First, when the flood we were affected by flood, she was not staying at home. She's my neighbor, I know her. And because there's no way to go home, she was staying in Kisumu. You cannot see Jared in Kisumu.
I can see Jared in Ahero. I'm working in Ahero. I'm working in Ahero. That one means 80% of my time I spent in Ahero. And I spent in Nyando because I'm working in Nyando. I'm not working in Kisumu.
I am not responding.
I'm not working in Kisumu. And the time we saw our MP,
what is happening is this.
The show is one base because we have only one participant. No, that is not.
Let me say something.
When I'm talking, you should give me time. When you guys are not talking, when you guys are talking,
let me talk.
Just give me time.
Please, Mercy.
I base my point.
Mercy. Please. Ken, were you satisfied with the response of Honorable Jared OKELLO when the floods came
in the first place? Did he even respond?
Please, that is what I wanted from you. So you were not satisfied.
So how can I be satisfied with no response?
Okay, let me tell you one thing. Jared OKELLO really responded well. First, he distributed, by that time there was a lot of famine, and he distributed maize. He rescued those who were affected by flood. I can remember there was this canoe, it's called a boat, who was ferrying people from the farthest end of Nyando, that is Nyamuare, to the higher ground. That was a response. In coordination with this office, CDF office, he really responded well. People were helped, and he distributed fairly. Food were distributed fairly. So anybody saying that Jared did not respond, I think he or she was.
So for your record now, I also even distributed some maize somewhere.
Which you were given by Onjolo, we know.
So now
and Onjolo sent me.
Yeah. What I want to say about the floods did not start when Jared became the area MP. We have been having the floods, and we have been living with the floods.
Yes.
So how somebody says like this, the flood that occurred during Jared's time is special compared to other regime? Must you give me time, please? The reason I'm
clarify in a minute.
I want to clarify in a minute. The MP responded. This was the first time that the people affected with floods in Nyando are going to get over 100 houses built.
Are going?
Yeah. It's only the time that the Red Cross, the distribution of food in Nyando were done in tons compared even to the last time. And it's the MP, my brother said, talked about risk and decided to go and help rescue people using a boat so that people can be brought
back to life. And it's the same MP who now we saying he never did this, compensated for the people of Nyando so that we can have even the hardship allowance because of the floods. So this person is somebody as a Nyando at heart, trying to bring resolution. And through his bidding, now we are having the Koru Soyena Dam being built. That will be a permanent solution to the flooding in Nyando. Even Budalangi tried with dikes, it's not going to work. But with us, with the dam, we are going to see a change.
Thank you. Respond to Ken also coming in and giving distributing maize to people.
I have not responded.
You've not responded.
Respond.
Okay.
Let me respond on that.
In just a minute, because we are going for a short break now.
The area MP responded to the flood issues in Nyando constituency because flooding is a natural catastrophe because it involves various stakeholders. You saw the national government coming in. That is a plus on the area MP. So he responded. You saw tractors around. Those who were there saw the tractors in Nyamware, tractors down Ayueo. Precipitation took place because of the flood. You saw those kind of things. So the area MP worked on the floods. Seriously.
What happened to the dike?
Thank you. Thank you, Mercy. I think we are going for another short break. And just like always, this is real-time television. We bring you tomorrow's news right now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Ken.
Yes.
Are you satisfied?
I said I can't be satisfied when there is no response.
Thank you. Give me a progress on Rivertex.
Rivertex is a project between the Ministry of Industrialization. It was bidded by the area MP of Nyando, Honorable OKELLO, so that it can bring employment to closer to the people of Nyando. It can also create farmers to get somewhere they can supply their cottons and other things. The project is doing well, and of late there have been a meeting with the minister in charge of industrialization, with the CEO from the Rivertex, the engineers. They have visited even the site, which is at Boya, area where we have a land for industrialization. And they have set aside, and the engineers have done their supervision. Soon they want to start putting the structure so that the project can kick on. And the project is to be sponsored by the national government. And Mike, you know, Rivertex is based in Wazingishu County, that is Missouri. But because of the influence, because of the lower term called this peckness of the area MP, out of all, because of all the 290 MPs, he was the one brave enough to bring the Rivertex to Nyando. And this project is going to be a blessing to Nyando because over 300 people are going to be employed, directly or indirectly. And even the farmers are now going to go back to their farms. And we are going to start seeing people even planting the cotton. So the proposal and other things already been taken. And I think now the ball lands, or is it the hands of the minister in charge of the finance, so that the money can be channeled to the project. It's not a ghost project. The people who are doubting Thomas says be ready and see, and it's going to work, and it's going to employ even your children, your sisters and your brothers, and it's going to even create a flow of money to the people of Nyando.
Thank you very much about that. Anybody want to add, Ken? Anything about Rivertex?
No.
Satisfaction, dissatisfaction? What should be done?
The project is good, but it's still not there, so I can't discuss.
Something is not there. Let's see.
Okay.
What I can add is that it doesn't need to be there immediately. There's nothing that can come immediately. There must be a process because it's a government thing. There must be but even if Ken is jobless, he will employ you at the Rivertex. He will get something. Any jobless person, this thing will create a lot of jobs. So don't worry, the job is coming.
What are the requirements of that job?
You can be a manager of the Rivertex, not necessarily be a tailor.
At least you've given me my class. And to you, I pray for you, my son, my brother. You should be employed first in the first place, by the way.
Okay, so we will get to that.
Maybe to add one thing on Rivertex before we cross over.
One thing
is you consider him when the project is there.
I want to urge our young girls, boys, young women, that this is the time that you go and take a tailoring course so that you can get the required papers for you to be employed. It cost us. When SBI was constructing the flyover at the junction, they want people with the grade test. So I want to urge you, the area MP has done well, has improved the area vocational training center. Now they are offering good courses in fabric and tailoring. So I want to urge our youths, our young mothers, even the older people who feel that they have the passion in tailoring to go and take a course and do a grade test, have your papers. When the right time comes, when they want to employ people, it will get you when you have the papers.
Ken, this is now directed to you. On that.
Yeah.
You want to respond to that? On that, yeah. On that? Yeah. You have a minute. I want to say that Rivertech is a project, a very viable project for this constituency. The process is on at Boya there. The process is on, and I want to urge even the farmers around, especially those who can grow cotton, to start immediately, because the project is coming and it is there.
Ken,
Yeah.
there is a post online from you on 2nd June that there was a picture of the Right Honorable Jared OKELLO. And you said in vernacular, but to catch a glimpse or to summarize your sentence, you said that Nyando is being looted. Do you have proof?
The looting part is just like what we've been discussing. And I said even the response of the flood we talked over. Looting is, what I mean by looting is that the project that is there, it's for loyalists. Any beneficiary is must be loyal to the patron, so-called patron. That is what I mean by looting. Those people who deserve to benefit. You know, this is politics now. We are discussing a politician and that ranking of this INFOTRACK. Looting means the project that you deserve to get there, just like even the bursaries or something, you have to be loyal for you to get. That is what I meant by looting.
Let me respond.
Just a minute, Mercy. Do you think Nyando is being looted?
To some extent it is.
Okay.
With the way things are. And my points are, looting does not necessarily mean that they're going to take the money directly or my MP is going to take it directly. He uses these young people. You are being awarded tender. You are fully paid the money.
And
you go withdraw the money.
You
see, you go withdraw the money. Take back money to the CDF office is when they give you the amount you are supposed to use onto that project after they had slashed their other money. You see, so that one means it's an indirect looting, but looting is there. And other things. You see, looting process is so wide and broad. That is just an example which is going. I had a friend who had won tender, but that is what they are being doing. They deposit money in your account, you go withdraw that money, come back with that money again. They tell you we want to cut off such amount, they cut off such amount, so they give you the rest of the money to go and do that project.
Thank you.
So I want to put something across because it seems that my colleagues here doesn't know the meaning of looting or what to loot is.
That is now grammar.
The problem is when a loyalist is given a job, then you call it looting. That's pretty wrong. When a youth from Nyando is given a tender,
now you now accept that
there is looting.
No, basing on your argument, that now I want to bring you to the light that what you are saying is totally wrong. You are outside the topic, because when you say Nyando is being looted because a loyalist has been given a tender, that is very wrong. Looting, it simply means the public fund has been misconducted, and nobody has done that. The Nyando, the auditors has never complained.
Can you define what looting is?
Then go to dictionary. No one has never complained that.
Separate for them.
Let me read for them the looting. Read. You can read, my brother.
So maybe don't confuse the audience.
I think, according to the dictionary meaning of the word loot, that is steal goods from a place, typically during war or riot.
So there has never been riot in Nyando. There has never been war in Nyando. Nobody.
But there is stealing of goods. There is stealing of goods.
There's no
just in distributing. No. An example is when you guys were distributing funeral maize. What did the 20K? It was supposed to be 40 kilograms of maize, and what was
reported that
going
issue,
to the
meaning
ground
there
was
was
20
nothing was
kilograms
stolen.
of maize.
That is
That is
propaganda.
looting. There is maize getting out of the stores that they are being
That
taken
is-
to the
that
funeral
one is-
in Apotea,
that is
Pedo, Akina
propaganda.
people
Let me clarify.
spreading out
Don't
the money.
mention pedo.
So this is not
I want to tell-
propaganda. It's something that has
my
been
colleagues.
acting,
I
and
want to tell my
the
colleagues,
braved
don't know
have
whether-
already complained about it, and that is why the supplying of maize had stopped.
Thank you. Please.
I don't know whether they sat in a grammar class.
Who?
Because, the team talking about looting. I don't know whether
That's
I'm
a
wondering
question which
whether
was
they
asked.
sat in a grammar class. One,
Ken, did you sit in a grammar class?
I don't know whether they sat in a grammar class.
I'm a diploma holder.
Because
I
in
can't reach
Yeah.
diploma level if I didn't sit in a grammar
So
class.
you sat in a grammar class.
Yeah, if you sat in a grammar class, then you ought not to have talked about looting in such a manner. Because looting,
And I've clarified. It's
Yeah.
stealing.
yeah, stealing.
In
Stealing,
another way.
Looting is stealing.
Okay. Do you own an investigative organization?
Of course, no.
Do you
ESC
own?
are coming for you guys soon.
where-
ESC is coming in that office.
Now, this is to you, sir.
Before you come out of the loot,
Yes, my question.
I'm also a contributor. The word loot has been read very well.
Very clear.
We have never had a war in Nyando. We have never had
And
a
there
riots
is
in
stealing
Nyando.
within it.
And my cue.
And there is stealing. Talk of
No,
stealing
no.
also.
So it's confusing what he wrote. So you need to justify that you talk of stealing or looting because I want to focus.
He talked about
Looting.
Looting, yeah.
So don't
And you
wait
brought
for the
the
next
meaning
time and
of...
talk about stealing. Let us talk about the looting that you've talked about.
that was the definition. You brought the dictionary.
You didn't give any definition. You talked about looting.
Looting and
I want
stealing.
to ask you, is there any goods in Nyando that are being looted? Does Nyando have any goods that
Now
are being looted?
you are moving
Is
me.
there investigative committee?
Is there anything that has been looted in Nyando?
Yes.
Is there any riot that has been looted? So let me tell my brothers and sisters, is that we need not to confuse things. And we need not to be jealous and sit back and say we want to see things happening. And when things are happening, the only problem happening here is for us to try and fool the opponents who are trying to vie for the position of the MP by trying to tell them that we are relevant. So they see we are posting things for people to see. At the end of the day, people say even bursary. It is the first time that if everybody who applied for the bursary. No, you talked the looting of the bursary. That's Nyando thing. You talked of the tender.
And
Those
do
are
you know
Nyando
that
things.
that bursary for you to be awarded there is a kickback?
Which
I'm a victim.
you gave who?
Guys
Table
were
the evidence.
crying just
Table
in
the
here on the
evidence if
social
there is.
media. You want
Table
me
the
to
evidence.
get back on
The
the
evidence. Give
social
us. We are
media?
ready.
I'm
You
not
can
just on
continue
those
with the show.
WhatsApp
We saw
group
the
I
evidence.
just left,
We
but
don't
the
deal with
girls
the
complaining that they
we are not
were
here
men
to
in the
police any
senior
politician.
office want to sleep with them is when they get the bursary.
No, no,
That
no,
is
no, no,
something
no, no.
that
Give
was
us the
going
name.
on.
Give us that
And
name.
even people
You should
were
have
rioting.
reported
You
that
reported
like
it.
yesterday.
We have the agenda thing.
People have reported this, and people are. It is well said that if you are a lady and you need a bursary, you see, if you are a lady and you need a bursary in your office, you have to sleep with men in that office. When you are being given that
Who was bribed? Who was bribed? Who was bribed?
Mention the name.
Mention the name.
You want me to mention the name of the guys? But they came and even your employee knows that.
You don't have the fact. That is
We
propaganda.
have the fact. It's not a propaganda.
keep that
It's
one
something
as
that has
propaganda.
gone viral. It's something
Mr.
that is
Moderator.
known in the office. It's something even
Mr.
known with your
Moderator,
employee.
to me,
You are clarifying a point
I'm
about
clarifying.
bursaries.
Before
Please.
bursary, there's a serial allegation. I'm a human activist. I'm acting under Kenya Nation Human Activist. We have even gender desk. We have the database and we have the Nyabende. We are people who are championing for the gender-based, if anything that has gone against the gender. So the allegations my sister are pinpointing are very heavy things. And if she has any allegation, we need not to go to the show and the public listens to these things and we can't justify. She needs to apologize or she needs to give us, this is the fact, than just trying to please people with other things. Because if we leave that thing to go, then what I'm standing for is not going to be seen.
I can't apologize to something that is known, well known in your office.
No.
Before we proceed the gender thing,
just a minute,
we
guys.
need to clarify.
Just a minute, guys.
Yeah.
Mercy has an allegation.
Yeah.
That it's tabled against.
Where did she? Where is it
office.
tabled?
No, she has allegations. She's saying she has allegations, and actually, she said she has proofs. I don't think this is the right quorum, or this is the right quorum.
It's the right quorum because we have audience watching this, and somebody is going to pick that thing that's in the CDF.
After this,
she needs to withdraw the next time before we continue. We want to listen because this is the person who has claimed. Allegation need to be true and need to be reported.
My friend, they are relevant authorities.
Before anything,
Mercy, look, guys.
Can you withdraw that question? You as
are you commanding?
No, I can't withdraw something that has gone viral. Who does not know that that is something happening in the CDS office? Any resident of Nyando knows that that is something that is going on. You are just quoting out your lawyer, and that is why.
Let me ask you. Dan and Seb. Tabling that evidence here, what will it help us with?
We'll move from there and take the action.
She can take it to the police station.
No, we take the bursaries were distributed a long time ago.
Yeah, and that allegation came out long time ago.
Why are you bringing it to
Am I reporting? Why did you want me to report and then never say?
We cannot soil the name.
We are going for a short break now.
It's now months since nothing was discussed.
It's a man.
We are back, and I think it's cool now. The tree is giving us a conducive atmosphere for further discussions into those allegations that I would wish to dismiss on my show. And if anybody has anything to say, we have protocols like law enforcement. Dan, you are updating me on bursaries, please.
Yeah, somebody
Just,
quickly. The bursaries that were distributed in February this year, it was a very transparent, with a lot of accountability, honesty, and trust. Why am I saying so? Everything has to be compared. Previous regimes, the big money or the amount that was being awarded was 3,000 Kenya shillings. Even if you're in a high school, boarding school, or you are in a day school. But to this time, the reason why I said a lot of transparent, people are supposed to pick the forms. The forms were serialized. After pick the form, you're being given a number as a confirmation number so that you can do a follow-up. That I took the form, I returned the form, this is what I was given. Because some people always claim that I applied, but nobody even picked the form. Nobody even applied, nobody even filled anything. So they change, and people are given the forms. After returning the form, you're being given a number. So the number was standing as a reference. And everybody who applied for the bursary, they were given the money. And it was done on a transparent way. Like what I'm saying is, if you are a total
You said
orphan,
everybody who applied.
Just give me time. If you have any question, tell me. Everybody who applied.
You can't continue with the lie.
Everybody who applied for the bursary and add the number. Because we had even some people who went up after realizing that people were being given the number, cooked the number. So we're having one number with two people. The people who applied for the bursary, they were given the bursary. And even the traders who are working in the market, being that they were busy, they could not even access, they don't know how to get the form and everything. The MP sent the team with the management of the market, and all these people were added the money. Even our border team, they were being considered. So the bursary was awarded to the people who applied, and it was given to the total orphan, partial orphan, and the person who were both alive. And if there's a first time in Nyando that somebody got 10,000 shillings, it's in history. You can go to the records, the fund managers, the CDF office, you can give the information. If there is people who have been receiving 10,000 shillings, There are people got even 8,000 shillings if you're in a boarding school. There are people got 5,000 shillings in a day school, a parent remaining with 4,000 shillings. So the way the bursary was distributed this year, it was very fair, and everyone celebrated and said, we have a confidence, at least our children can go to school. Go to Bunde Secondary School. Bursary, the government, the CDF took 880,000 Kenya shillings. If you given a day school that money, can the principal budget for food? Can children stay in school? And that's why even before Corona, the principal could even not send the children because at least they were being boosted their stock. So anyone who applied got the bursary. And the tertiary, people who applied, it was not given because the Corona thing came before the team sat down. So after this, the committees to sit down and they're going to distribute the money for the tertiary. And after this, on November, people are picking forms again for next year for the bursary.
Now, Seth, I wanted to direct this question to you.
Yes.
It's from a viewer online, and the viewer is claiming that on 1st October, there was a post that you posted threatening non-supporters of Honorable Jared OKELLO that they will face your wrath. And you actually listed names like Nelly ex-soldier. What can you say about this?
The viewer did not read my post. I was very much clear. It was a warning, not a threat. And I say, I want to warn you. By doing that, or by saying that, they were doing something. You know, I know I'm a scholar of the Bible, and I know what the Bible says, that you must respect the authority. OKELLO being in authority, I felt that he was not being respected by insulting him from morning to evening. So this was a warning. As the administrator of the group, I could not see this going on. And this is contrary to the word of God and Bible. And that's why I said, I want to warn you. And I'm very much clear. I can quote. I said, and I want to warn some two members here. That's what I said. It was not a threat, it was a warning. Yes.
Okay, Ken.
Yeah.
And Mercy, respectively. Just in a short, in 2 minutes. Do you think we can have a next best alternative when it comes to the replacement of Honorable Jared OKELLO come the next election year? Do you have anybody fit for your candidature?
I believe in myself. So, and politics is still early to talk about. That's why I've been silent on politics. What if I will vie?
You believe in yourself?
Yeah, I believe in myself. And that's a question I think I can't answer it now.
Mercy, do you believe in Ken?
Okay, it's tricky, but if Ken believes in himself, then I can. You know, you have to first believe in yourself is when another person can believe in you. When he's confidently believing in himself and he can take Nyando people through, it's okay. But that one now will also depend with other Nyando residents.
Sir,
Yes.
do you believe Ken can air your views out like a youth in this constituency?
No, of course no.
No.
He cannot. I have the reason.
Mali,
Just
do
me.
you believe Ken can represent you well?
No, he can't.
Dan, do you believe Ken can represent you well?
Even in the Bible, leadership starts from the early stage. David started by looking after the father's animals. Joshua was brave enough to go and see the enemies on the other side. I've seen the people trying to vie that they want to replace Honorable Jared OKELLO as the next MP of Nyando. But all of these people are liars, they are pretenders, they are PRS seekers, and they are wannabes. The reason I'm saying this is because some of them are going to the extent of giving promises in funerals. And they only wait and bring coffins when these promises the people are dead. Others are coming up and giving support for the people of floods, coming and bringing people jackets and duvets in their homes. But we have not seen anything potential. Are they waiting for the Nyando people to elect them so they can start doing this thing? Are they waiting for the CDF money to come to them? You know, leadership of a constituency, it needs connection. It needs representation. It needs legislative. These are the people who cannot even talk and gather and negotiate for Nyando of anything that has been affecting. We have COVID-19 here. These leaders have been mum. We have the floods which happened here. These people, they have been silent. We have even children who have, the schools have been affected and other things. Nobody did even say, let me even bring a sanitary towel to the children. So to me, seeing a potential person who can replace Jared Okello as per now is not there, because all these things, they are trial and error. Maybe they can wait for me after 2047 so they can vie with me, because I also want to be the MP of Nyando.
In 2047.
Yeah.
I want to put something across before you give a microphone, that the coming election, it is between two people. It is between Jared and somebody I don't know. So it is between two people. It is about Jared and somebody I don't know.
Ken already showed us his interest.
He's not there.
And you don't know.
Maybe Ken is the person.
Yeah, I'm the person.
I'm sure he's not Ken.
I want to be very specific on this. One, with whatever Honorable Jared Okello has placed on the ground, the viable projects that he has placed on the ground puts him to be the best in 2022.
So he doesn't have a replacement.
There is no replacement. There is no replacement as of now.
Sep.
No one can replace Jared Okello. I say the race is between two people. That is Jared Okello and somebody I don't know.
Yeah,
but not Ken.
Maybe Ken is the person. To me, Ken, if you're in the race, my brother, I'll be happy, and if you have the good ideas and other things.
You said it very well, and you quoted the Bible. Charity begins at home. He has never even been the committee chairman of the
Let me talk. It's only that I can't buy
Just a minute. You want to see where I've led? First of all, I was a chairperson of colleges, university students, Kisumu County.
That is one.
That is one.
Which
I've
year?
been a prefect. I did my diploma in 2013.
Those are the years when strikes were very common.
Yeah, and I led the strike.
Strikes were very common.
That was the college.
I was in Kisumu Poly.
That's where
so strike management
there was a strike there. You have never been successful.
Very poor in strike management. So we were not successful.
If I can answer Ken never vied even for any post in Polytechnic. He was even not known anywhere. I didn't see even his
Were you a student there?
Ken, just a minute. This is a question directed to Mercy. Rate Honorable Jared Okello's performance out of 10.
I'll give him 3.
3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Ken?
I'll give him 5.
5 out of 10. Sep?
As we speak,
Yes.
Jared Okello is 10 over 10.
10 over 10.
There's nothing obstacle ahead of this.
Why do you speak of rating? 10.
Dan?
The 3 financial year, 100% handled, and everyone is satisfied.
Give me your parting shot in 10 seconds.
Ken talked about Wandai developing Ugunja. How many years have Wandai served in Ugunja as the MP? Everyone has a strategic plan. A strategic plan does not come in a day. It does not come in a fortnight. Somebody has a dream for Nyando. The Nyando people, we have been affected by electing people for one term. And elect somebody for one term has cost us, because this person is seeking his self-interest and gains. Jared has a dream for Nyando. He started strategizing for Nyando. What I want to appeal to the people is, let us give him time so that he can achieve his 15 years goal he has for Nyando, and will never cry again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jared Okello, Honorable Jared Okello, has proper agenda for Nyando. And I will really advise him to continue engineering those projects in Nyando, because this is not the right time for politicking. Let those who are politicking do it, but let him continue, because they are distractors of his agendas. They are out to spoil for him. Let him be focused on whatever he is doing. This is not the right time for politicking.
Sep, your parting shot.
What I can say is that within these 2 years, Okello is going to be number 1 in everything, leave alone infrastructure. If you come to Nyando, you will see everything done and well. Even today as we speak, those who are passing, going to Kisumu, Nairobi, anywhere, passing around Nyando, they are really appreciating what Jared Okello is doing. So we really appreciate, we encourage him to continue with the good work, and God is going to bless him. If he come next time, we shall see. And he has our blessings. Let him continue with these 2 remaining sessions.
Okay.
Me, first of all, I'm grateful for the show, for the invitation. And all along, I've been urging us youth that we talk when the right time comes. At the moment, politics, I'm out of politics at the moment. But when it comes, I'll be in. And, another last parting shot is that siasa haitaki hasira. We are not permanent enemies, we are not permanent friends. At the end of the day, we will still greet each other, and I believe we depend on each other for us to live ecosystem.
The princess of the show. It is your parting shot.
Okay. Thank you very much for the host. Me, what I want to tell my MP, that being a flower girl of Raila Odinga won't help him, and let him get ready. He's going back home soon. Thank you.
And I wanted to add something.
That was it today on real-time television, where the views of the panelists is not the view of the television. Catch us up again next time. Same place, same time.
Real-Time Television is an online television channel broadcast that is based in Kisumu County with its main offices located in Ahero Town. It broadcasts mainly in English and Kiswahili and focuses on the social, economic and political matters. Follow RTV New Kenya on our social media platforms to get more informed. Real-Time Television, your #1 online television channel.